Hello, amazing artists! Today we are going to be printing once again, but this time we're going to print some hearts. This beginning part of this lesson is to show students and families at home how I made our heart stamp out of a paper towel roll and the different materials we're going to use. I have newspaper so that I have that underneath my artwork. I have some Q-tips, you're really only going to need 2. I have a paper towel, some tape. I'm using tempera paint for this, and somewhere to put my tempera paint and to stamp, like a paper plate or some other recycled material. So what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to show you how you're going to make this paper towel heart stamp. You're also going to need a scissor. So I don't need this whole roll, so I'm just going to cut it in half. Then I maybe have 2 hearts to use. So I could even cut this even smaller if I want to kind of help me to bend it. But I want to use the flattest end. So the end that is the flattest, this is obviously not as flat, I'm going to use for the shape of the heart. Now how I do this is I'm going to bend the inside so it's already looking like a heart. I just bend the inside. Give it a little pinch on each side. And then I pinch the bottom. There's my heart. Now it's not gonna stay, it's gonna unflat, right? It's gonna unfold. So I just pinch the inside, make the heart, and pinch the bottom. And what I'm going to do is then I'm going to get that tape that I talked about. I'm going to untape it. I'm going to bend the heart how I want it to look, and then I take the tape and I wrap it around the heart. And there's the heart. And then we're going to use that to stamp. We're going to, like I said, we're going to use the flattest side, so the side that is the most flat. Let's show you one more time. So I take my circle, I bend it in the middle, so I start to see that little bend. I grab onto the middle and kind of pinch it all the way through so it's nice and even, but don't forget to pinch the bottom of the heart so that it looks like a point at the bottom, so it looks like a heart. And then you can also round it out. You can kind of shape it how you want it to look, and then you have your heart. And then I go get my tape and I tape it. Okay, the next part of this video is going to be for the students to start working on their hearts. These heart print papers are going to turn into Valentine cards for the future, just so everybody knows. So if you're at home, you can do that yourself when it's all dried up and ready to go. Hello, artists! Today we are going to start printing our paper for Valentine's Day. We're going to make a Valentine's Day card. We have some newspaper on the table that helps us so that the table does not get dirty. I have a piece of paper, my favorite color crayon. I have a plate with some paint and a paper towel roll in the shape of a heart. I also have a Q-tip. We are going to be printing today with those materials. First, I have to write my name, so get your favorite color crayon, and we're going to put our name down in the bottom right corner. My name is Ms. Z. I want you to write your name in the bottom right corner of the paper. When you're ready, I know you're ready, when you flip your paper over to the clean side and give me a thumb up, you should have a paper towel roll in the shape of a heart. I notice one side might not be flat. It's not as flat as the other side. I want to use the flatter side. I'm going to print like I have done before. So how I do that is I stamp my heart in the paint, and then I have paint on the whole heart. Make sure the paint is on the whole heart. Now, what we're also going to be using is we're going to be using our Q-tip. We're going to be making a pattern today with our shapes. So I noticed that the heart still needs a little bit more ink, so I'm going to stamp it so that it has enough ink. And I'm going to show you how to stamp the heart. So right at the top left corner is where I'm going to start. And take my paint, put it down in the corner. I'm going to hold it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift it up. Now it's not perfect, and that's okay. I can get my Q-tip and finish drawing the heart, or I can just wait because it's going to get better the more I print. Now we're going to be making a pattern. So I'm going to be using my Q-tip and my heart to make that pattern. So this time I'm just going to do heart, dot. And I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to take my paint, dip it in the paint, take my heart and dip it in the paint, put it down my heart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can try and stamp it again, maybe give it a little bit of a wiggle, and there's my rest of my heart. My pattern is heart, dot, and then I'm going to keep going with that pattern. I'm going to give it a little wiggle because I want enough paint. Press down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my heart. Came out much better this time. Heart, dot. Let's do the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heart, dot. I want you to go ahead and finish the first row. Then give me a thumb up when you're done with your first row. Heart, dot. Heart, dot. All right, and when you're done, you can park your heart, and we're going to do the next row next. Now, the next row is going to be different. This time it's going to be dot, heart, dot, heart. So it's going to be opposite. So I'm going to get my Q-tip and start with the dot, and then we can go ahead and do the heart. So now I'm on row number 2. My dots should be under my hearts, and my hearts should be right under my dot. Dot, heart. Now don't forget to stamp your heart in the paint. Dot, heart. Dot, heart. Dot, heart. Dot, heart. Awesome, it's already really coming out very nicely. Now, I'm gonna continue my pattern. So what's next? If I did dot first last time and it's a pattern, it repeats, it's gonna have to be heart next. So heart, dot, heart, dot. I'm gonna continue doing this till I get all the way to the end. I'm making sure I'm taking my time and I'm lining up all of my hearts underneath my dots and all my dots underneath my hearts. I'm keeping them pretty close together. When you're done with row number 3, put yours down. Give me a thumb up when you have 3 rows. Now you might have less space than mine. I kept mine really close. So if you end up having less rows than I do, that's okay. If you end up having about the same, that's cool. What do I start with on my fourth row? That's right, I start with a dot. So I'm going to do dot, stamp, heart. Dot, stamp, the heart. Dot, stamp, the heart. Dot, stamp, the heart. I think you've got it to finish the rest. So we're gonna do the next one together. Starts with a heart. When you're ready, you can work on your next row. And your goal is to work nice and neat and take your time and finish all of those beautiful rows of hearts. Don't forget, when you start a new row, you have to use a different one than the last one. So it's going to be dot, then heart. I'm gonna do one more row. I have room for one more. All right, Mona. Now that all my hearts are done, it goes on the drying rack. When you bring your art to the drying rack, I will bring you a new piece of paper, put your name on it, and you can make your next piece of artwork with a different pattern this time. So I'm going to bring my artwork to the drying rack. And I'm gonna get a new page. You can decide on what pattern you want, or you can follow along with the second pattern. While I'm getting ready, I'm gonna put my name in the left-hand corner, flip it over, and I'm gonna wait or pause the video to wait for other students to get ready. This time I'm gonna get a little more creative. When I'm making my pattern, I'm going to do something different with my paper towel and my Q-tip. So this time I may get a little more fancy with my dots. Maybe I'll do dot. I could do dot. Even draw like an X. O. X. O. And then I can do a heart. let's see, that's a little bit more complicated. Let's do dot, dot, X, O, X, O, heart. That's a really fun pattern. And I'm gonna keep with those, but I'm gonna flip it on the next one. So I'm gonna start with the heart, and I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna do heart, X, O, X, O, dot, dot, heart. You can do whatever different pattern you want, but I'm gonna do this fun one. Let's do, and then it goes heart. Let's do X, O, X, O, dot, dot, heart. And then I have to go back to my first one. Dot, dot, X, O, X, O, heart. And then I go back to heart. So I'm repeating this one. I'm repeating the second one. The fourth one is the second row. When your beautiful masterpiece is all done, bring it to the drying rack, and I may give you another piece of paper, and then you can make about 3 of these beautiful masterpieces today.